Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing a 1-year follow-up review on the JazzUp Company's Ava Flatware set. This is going to be a 4-piece set in their gold version. I received this from the company about a year ago and did an unboxing of it at that time. Since that time I've been using it on a regular basis as my routine dish set for kind of everyday use. And I've been washing it in the dishwasher, and we'll look at each of the items, kind of see how it looks after 1 year. But I'll say that overall, I'm extremely impressed with this product. I've been very happy as far as the look of it, the feel of it. It's got a nice feel as far as elegance, and it just makes eating and dining a much more pleasant experience. And so we'll review that aspect of things. The other thing is I did have a couple items that they sent me to review. One is their salad server, the other is their regular server. They have a teaspoon, and then they have a fruit fork. I don't know the specific prices on those, but you can check out on their website, and I'll leave links below. Also, there's going to be a promotional code below for a discounted price if you're interested in purchasing these. But we'll kind of just go over this now. So they've got a couple designs on their website. This is the Ava set, or Ava Flatware set. It comes in different sizes as far as number of items. This is going to be their 4-person set that you can get it for $119. When I first purchased it, it came in a single, very compact box, and each of the 4 items were individually wrapped in canvas bags, which is really nice for storage and if you have to move and things like that. They've got 4 different items in here. These are the knives. They're basically like butter knives. I actually just took these out of the wash. And so what you see is there's a little bit of marking as far as some residual oil and stuff, but I'd probably attribute that more likely to my dishwasher rather than the actual set. But it got some grooves on here as far as serration, so you can easily cut with it. It's got a nice weight in your hand, so you can literally balance it on your hand without any issue. So it's really nice as far as ergonomically designed. And then the other thing is this is stainless steel construction with 1810 stainless steel, so it's much more durable and resistant. They do have a special, I guess it's proprietary coating that makes it rust and corrosion resistant. So after a year, there's virtually no blemishes whatsoever. One thing I did want to mention is that in the initial video I did with this, I did test out the scratch resistance, and I really pressed and scraped on it and actually did scratch it. And when I reached out to the company about that, they said that really you're not supposed to really slam it down, but it's really for normal routine use. So it is scratch resistant. So if you throw it around in a drawer or anything like that, there's no scratches or blemishes. So looking at these forks, they're practically new, they're shiny. I don't see any scratches or anything on them. This might be their original maybe that has a scratch, but I did scratch one, but as far as routine use, there's no issues. So they've got bigger forks and smaller forks. The bigger forks I gravitate towards just because they're a little bit larger size, but it's very heavily, easily weighted. As you can tell, it just balances in your hand, and it's got a nice elegant feel. So it's I mean, these things are phenomenal. If you just touch them, you feel like you're eating with gold, quite literally, but not literally at the same time. And then they also have 2 spoons, basically virtually identical, one larger spoon and the other one smaller. The bigger spoon has a nice rounded edge to it, so it's a little bit different than a traditional spoon, so you can use it very easily. And then these are the other spoons. So that's the main items in the initial set. As you can tell looking at it, they're blemish free, no rust, no scratches, other than one of these probably has a scratch, but I haven't noticed any other scratches beyond that. So for $119, even though it's expensive, I think this is well worth it because after 1 year it looks virtually flawless. So I don't know how long you would have to keep this before you run into any issues. So I think this is definitely worth the investment up front because later on you don't have to replace a set. So if you buy cheap, whatever, IKEA ones or Walmart ones that cost $12, one, they're flimsy, they're not balanced, they're not as sturdy, but 2, they're not gonna last, they're gonna get crooked and bend. Versus if you look at all these, the forks, there's no bends or anything like that, which traditionally like my prior ones would bend and look cheap and be annoying. Now we'll unbox these things. I don't know which one's which, but this, I believe these are all Ava Design as well. These should be the serving spoons of some form, either salad or regular ones. We'll just look at them. Yeah, so these are the serving forks and spoons. So basically they're just a larger version of the same exact design. So if you look here, this is a larger version of the spoon. That's for size comparison. Okay, so it's a little bit larger, and then virtually the same as far as the fork. It's got about 2 inches long, or not 2 inches, maybe 2 centimeters longer. So that's the serving spoons, okay, which is the traditional like serving spoons. And then this should be their salad fork and fork and spoon. Yeah, so this is their salad fork and spoon. So it's actually even longer than that one. So about 3 centimeters longer. So it'll work very well for your traditional salad bowl. The nice part about this is it is weighted on the top. And so rather than being weighted in the hand, like if you look here, it gravitates downwards. So if you have a bowl, it's naturally going to gravitate into the salad, which is nice. So you can easily grab this and grab it. And then the fork, or spork, I guess, it's not really a fork, it's not even a spork, but it's got a groove here that allows you to kind of grab things more easily. But overall, that's amazing construction, virtually identical in design and layout. These are just beautiful. I mean, to be honest, like, who wouldn't want this? I'm like just ecstatic about having it. And then these are, I believe, oh, these are fruit spoon or forks. And so these are even smaller forks compared to the smallest ones that they have. And it's got 3 prongs rather than 4. And these are really specific for fruit. So it's for fruit cups or whatever you might need, or if you have a smaller thing, or even if you have kids, if you need something smaller in their hand, you can do that. Just be careful because it is still metal, so don't give it to very young children. And then overall, it's a similar design as far as that. So it's just beautiful, but very similar. It's weighted in the hand, so if you look here, it literally balances in your hand. So they've really thought this through. And then lastly, we have, this is their teaspoon, I think. Sorry, it's just stuck in there. I'll just rip the package. Yeah, so this is their teaspoon, and I believe this should just be the exact same thing as the other one. Yeah, so it's virtually identical to the other ones, but a smaller version of this spoon. So this is the smaller spoon, okay? So it's even smaller than that. So very similarly, you could use this for younger children. You can use it for smaller items. You can use it for, like, I would think yogurt or something like that, or if something that you have a smaller serving. But this is literally identical length. So it's really like a smaller kid set if you want to purchase that. But that's all I really have for this. So far, I've been extremely happy with this. I have no regrets, even though granted they sent it to me. But it's a product that after experiencing this and working with it, I would definitely recommend it. There's no blemishes throughout, and it's all very streamlined, minimalist as far as the look. So it's a really, really nice product. So definitely check it out on their website. They've got other style designs too if you're interested. But I would highly recommend it. And check out the link below if you're interested in getting that promotion code. So thanks for watching and have a great day.